My name is Sprehe, and I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana, and this is my first year on the NSC Council. This was my first set of council meetings was for this conference, and it was a great experience for me just to connect with other leaders in the country and just kind of get the pulse of the renewal all over. And especially for a young adult and youth leader, it was nice to feel a part of something bigger when a lot of times we feel isolated in our specific groups, and it really stirred up in me a desire and a commitment that the renewal is moving forward and that good things are being done. And it was awesome to be able to come together in like sort of a think tank with everybody of, you know, what's going well, what's not going well, and it gave me a lot of ideas and hope for the future, and really, I would say, recommitted my faith in what God's doing in the renewal, which sometimes is hard to see on a young adult and youth level, but it really was, it came alive, not only at the conference meetings, but at the actual conference itself. You know, we had 35 probably total youth and young adult in our session, which was more than expected, and they were hungry, and the Lord really worked in that session and in that ministry, and so it gave us a lot of hope for the future and just where we are moving forward as a group. I am part of the age gap where now we have young children, and so what we have done is essentially formed like little house groups. So currently it's us and another couple with 2 kids. So we have 4 kids between the 2 of us, and we meet together for like a prayer meeting within our house every other week. And given at this time, since babysitting funds are low and just the state of our kids, that's how we are meeting on a continual basis. And we attend the regional leaders meeting or the bigger events, but in terms of something weekly, it's more on a personal level with another couple rather than a large-scale prayer meeting right now. Sessions that we have done at conferences and retreats thus far that have been multi-generational are very well attended. And so what we've seen is that when you invite a family in and they are welcomed and they don't get stares because their kids are loud, or or someone reached out to help you hold this kid, you know, one of your kids or whatever, it's really taken off as a ministry. And so the model that we started using in Louisiana that we hope to continue to do is a bit of, we bring the whole family together for praise and worship, and then we send those, you know, we say like age of reason, 7 and under, or age of lack of self-control, you know, and they go to the next room with some sitters to do fun Bible songs and crafts and things like that and play, while the adults have another 30 minutes of deeper worship and release of the charisms. And then we move into a teaching time, and during that teaching time, our kids are still in their play session. And once that's done, we bring the kids back together, and we do family ministry time where the whole family's prayed over, and it opens it up again. And so it's been a really cool experience to see how it all can be done and everyone getting fed. And so I think moving forward, that is probably the model that we're going to do, is a lot more of integration, so that our young families can attend these events and not have to take a 15-year hiatus while their kids are going through grade school. I would say to not be afraid. I feel like oftentimes when we go to prayer meetings as a family, or just I go to, my age really sets me apart, and sometimes that can be intimidating, but I do believe that if more of us have that vision of we want to live this life in the Spirit, and we want to, you know, move forward in the gifts and in the charisms, that just to enter in, even when it's uncomfortable for us at first because it might not be our peer group, but that if we as a peer group can enter in, that we can bring the culture, you know, to our generation. And I really do see that we've seen the fruits of it on a small level, so I believe it can work, you know, on a larger level.